Hey, what is up guys? Guitar Rock here, welcome back to another Blue Archive video. Now a bunch of you guys have asked me, hey Guitar Rock, is it worth pulling for any of these two banners right now, right? So if you notice right now, we not only have one banner but we have two banners. The Mashiro banner and also ARU banner. Now obviously, if any of this is your waifu, I would say go for it, right? If you're playing the game for waifu, go for it. I think ARU, I really like ARU's design. I played through the story, I read through the story, and I thought she has a very interesting character, and I like that smug face on ARU as well. Personally, if I were to pick one for waifu, basically, I would go for ARU over the sweaty girl. But just keep in mind that before you're pulling for any of them, do you really need them? Because right now, actually this week, as of this instance, is actually a good time to do a reroll. If you guys are still, you still haven't got a perfect account, you can consider rerolling, because today when you log in, you get plenty of, just enough pyroxenes. You can do like additional 20 bubbles, which is insane. So instead of pulling for those accounts or pulling for ARU or Mashiro, I would say rerolling for them might actually be better. We're going to talk about ARU first because she's not exactly a new character. Let's talk about her skill, what she does in general. Now ARU in general, she is pretty good. For now, she's going to be one of the strongest character, like in terms of the raid explosive type, right? She's definitely going to be top tier for sure. Now one thing to note is ARU is actually a sniper unit. Like even though the equipment can be viewed after a student is recruited, I feel like they should just show straight up. But ARU is actually a sniper unit. So if you already have Shun, you probably don't need her. You don't really need two sniper units. Sniper units, their attack speed can be a bit slow. They are more focused on their range, right? So again, she has pretty big burst damage. As you can see, deals very good damage to one enemy, 521%, inflicts another additional damage to enemies within a circular area. So for 4 costs, this is pretty decent, right? So as you can see on the basic skill, 290% of attack as damage to one enemy every 25 seconds. Also, she has a 50% chance to inflict 476% of attack as damage to enemies within a circular area. Now this one is a little bit of RNG. I would rather it has a 100% chance, but this one modifiers could be less. But then I guess this is something that shines in her kit. The thing is, once you reach the later stages of the game, I've heard that in the story, this area, this AoE falls off. It's not enough. It's not a big area enough compared to the fan shape area. Now if you look at the enhanced skill, increased crit damage 26.6%, and last skill, increased crit while using EX skills. So you can see she has a lot of burst damage built into her. The issue that she runs into later on, and I can see why, is her damage is really strong, but it's overkill. Like it's overkill in terms of the DPS, whereas she can focus, instead of having this amount of damage and the amount of crit that she has to hit 1 or 2 targets, it's better to have someone like Hina, for example, where she can cover a bigger area. She's definitely going to be strong for a long time, but I would highly recommend, if you guys are interested in like a strong raid character, explosive type, maybe wait for Azusa, because Azusa is going to be better overall. Now let's talk about Azusa for a little bit, because Azusa is something that a lot of people have always talked about and compare her with ARU. Alright, as you can see, Striker, she's an assault rifle looks like, and she's also an explosion type. So let's move on to Azusa's skills, and you can probably tell why Azusa is going to be better in most cases. So as you can see, deals 2000% damage against single enemy. It depends on what you want. If you want AoE, there are better characters. If you want single target, Azusa is going to be better. So ARU is like slightly in the middle, which is, it makes her super niche in certain situations. So normal skill for Azusa, as you can see, every 30 seconds, she deals a big amount of damage to a single enemy and reduces its defense. So this is going to be really good in raids, you can already tell. Another passive skill, increase crit rate by 26.6%. And the last one, when attacking enemy with debuff status, she deals extra damage. Quite a lot of extra damage as well. So I would say if you're looking for a raid character, a lot of players will tell you, for veteran JP players, they will say it's much better to wait for Azusa when her banner comes out. She's going to be one of the more future-proof explosive characters if you can only pick one. So yeah, that's my take on ARU. Basically, pull her if you think she's waifu. She's not going to be bad by any means. She's still going to be super usable, but it's just that she gets replaced by Azusa in most cases later on. Unless you don't intend to pull for Azusa at all, then yeah, go ahead. She can be a pretty solid pick depending on your other team composition, right? Now let's talk about Mashiro. Mashiro is going to be a little bit more unique. Now, number one, Mashiro is not a striker, she's a special. So that means she will be competing with something like Karin or Hibiki rather, right? Now, the thing is, with the special units, it's going to be quite straightforward. She's going to be one of those damage dealers as well. She doesn't really compete with Hibiki or Karin because Hibiki is... Oh wait, she does compete with Hibiki because they are both red type. Okay, that's something to take into consideration. She does compete with Hibiki. She doesn't compete with Karin because Karin is a yellow, and in most cases, Karin is a single target anyways. So let's do a short comparison, right? So if you have Hibiki, you probably don't need her. Alright, they both have really similar role. If you look at her skill, she does 664% of attack as damage to one enemy, has 75% chance to deal additional damage. Now that's a big additional damage right there, as you can see. Basic skill deals, this percentage of attack as damage to enemies in a circular area every 20 seconds. So that can be really good. Every 20 seconds, definitely appreciated that bonus damage right there. You can see increased crit by 26%, and the sub skill increased ally accuracy by 17.3%. So looking at her skill, definitely pretty decent. It's more than decent actually, and she's going to be one of the stronger characters to use in PvP right now. So if you don't have any characters for PvP, Mashiro is going to be really solid choice. She will be able to cover the spot. If you don't have either Hibiki or Karin, she will definitely be there. The issue is she might struggle with some of the tanks that we have right now. Now, should you pull for Mashiro? I think Mashiro is going to be much more of a solid pick meta-wise compared to ARU, because ARU has a lot of competition with lower 2 stars and stuff, being a explosive type, while Mashiro, I don't think she has really that much of a competition right now, at least right now in terms of the special category, in terms of explosive characters. So I would say Mashiro might be able to fit more teams easily compared to ARU overall. If you can only choose one, or you only want to pull for one, maybe go for Mashiro. But otherwise, if you have Hibiki, you probably don't need Mashiro at all. I would say stick to your Hibiki. If you reroll for Hibiki, cool. For most players, if you are free to play, I would say skip these two. They are not exactly a must-have, because once the limited edition characters come out, like the summer swimsuit characters come out, those are going to be much better. So don't get tempted easily. If you can save, just save for the next banner. Alright guys, so that is going to be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think of Mashiro or ARU. Are you guys personally pulling for either one of them, or do you guys plan to reroll in a new banner to hopefully get them? As always, if you haven't already subscribed, give this video a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.